Hello, good morning everyone. Today I will discuss about the derivation of the famous Clausius-Clapeyron equation. This Clausius-Clapeyron equation relates the latent heat, that is heat of transformation of vaporization or condensation, to the rate of change of vapor pressure with temperature, or in case of solid liquid transformation it relates the latent heat of fusion or solidification to the rate of change of melting point with the pressure. So in derivation, let us imagine a piston containing vapor in equilibrium with its liquid. Therefore, if you take a liquid, then it is in equilibrium with its vapor, and if the piston to be pulled out at constant temperature, the liquid gets evaporates and the pressure remains constant. If the piston is pushed in, the vapor condenses at constant temperature and pressure. So during this process, the Gibbs free energy G of the system remains constant. In equilibrium system, delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S, where H is the latent heat of vaporization, T is temperature, and S is the entropy of the system. Since the free energy of the said system remains constant, we can put delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S is equal to 0. Therefore, delta H will be equal to T into delta S. If we put delta G is equal to 0, then the equation will become delta H is equal to T into delta S. Differentiating both the sides with respect to the temperature, we get delta S is equal to dP by dt into delta V. Therefore, dP by dt is equal to delta S by delta V, which is equal to S2 minus S1 divided by V2 minus V1, where delta S can be written as the entropy change from final to initial system. Similarly, volume change also can be given as final volume to initial volume. However, for the gases, delta H, that is change in enthalpy, is equal to delta U, that is change in internal energy, plus pressure into change in volume, that is delta V, where U is the internal energy of the system, making the previous equation, which will be equal to delta H is equal to T into delta S, which will be in turn is equal to delta U plus P into delta V. If we take the two states in the compression, then the changes in the entropy, that is delta S, internal energy change delta U, and volume delta V would become constant. So, however, the change in entropy delta S is given by L upon T, where L is the latent heat of vaporization. Therefore, we arrive at the Clausius-Clapeyron equation, that is delta P upon delta T, which will be equal to delta S upon delta V, which will be equal to L upon T into V2 minus V1. However, when the transition is to a gas phase, the final volume can be many times the size of initial volume. Therefore, it can be approximately taken as V2 only. However, at low temperature, the gas phase may be approximated by ideal gas law, that is PV is equal to nRT. So in this case, uh, delta dp by dt is equal to delta s by delta v, which will be equal to lp divided by nRT square. So pv is substituted by nRT. If t into t means it will become t square. So we can write lp divided by nRT square. However, delta H of vapor will be equal to L by N. So if we substitute, it will become dP by P dt by T square delta H of vapor divided by R. So since delta H, that is change in enthalpy of vapor, is independent of pressure and temperature, R is the gas constant, integrating both the equation, we will get ln P is equal to minus upon 1 upon T delta H of vapor divided by R plus C. So if the vapor pressure was measured at two separate temperature, we have the two parts on the same line. Ln P1 is equal to minus upon 1 upon T1 delta H of vapor divided by R plus C. Similarly, for temperature 2, ln Pt is equal to minus 1 upon T2 delta H of vapor divided by R plus C. So subtracting these two, we will get ln P2 minus P1, which will be equal to minus of change in enthalpy of vapor divided by R into 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1. So this is the final equation of Clapeyron, which was given by this. So with this, we conclude with our final equation, a very important one. We arrived at this final equation, and I think all of you have got the derivation, and this is the known form of Clapeyron equation. Thank you one and all.